So here we have the Toyota Auris Touring Sport 1.2 Turbo Business Edition on a 17 plate. I'm going to show you around the outside of the car first of all, and then we'll hop in and run through a few of the controls on the inside. As you'll see from the outside, it's got alloy wheels and 5 doors. It is the estate version, so plenty of boot space. In fact, we'll start off in the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. So you'll see as we approach the back of the car, we've got no reversing sensors on this car. That's because this car has a reversing camera, which I'll show you when we're inside the car. It has loads of boot space, as you can see, along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car now, and then I'll hop in and run through a few of the controls on the inside. And now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see it's in wonderful condition the whole way round. Just briefly before I climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. As you can see, the seats are in great condition. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, so we're going to start with the dials. On the left hand side we've got the rev counter, and on the right hand side the speedometer and fuel gauge. You'll see in the middle a trip computer. You can change the information that's displayed there by using the buttons on the right hand side of the steering wheel. Not only is there information on the trip computer available, but also you can go back to a main menu at the top, and you can look at your satellite navigation, the music you're listening to, see if there's any warnings or messages, and you can change your settings as well from there. You'll also see the total miles on this car are 7,379. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the right hand side, these are the arrows and buttons I was using a moment ago. Beneath that we've got cruise control, or speed limiter. Cruise control underneath just there, so you can set it from the button on the end. You can move it up or down as well to change the speed that you're doing. And on the left hand side we've got stereo controls as well as voice activation for the phone. So hitting that button there, asking it to dial anyone in your contacts list, it will do that for you. That is of course once you've paired up your phone, which is done on the central display here. So it's all touchscreen. You've got buttons down the left and right, and then the main touchscreen in the middle here. So in terms of audio, first of all, there's a number of ways of listening to music on this car. You've got FM and AM radio as well as DAB digital radio. The car has a CD player. You can stream music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio, and it has a USB and auxiliary connection as well. So as I say, loads of ways to listen to music. I mentioned when we were at the back of the car that we had a reversing camera. You can see that there. So not only is it a really lovely clear image, but you've got the guidelines being projected onto the ground behind so that you can see where the car is headed in relation to the image that you see. I'll pop that back in neutral for the minute. This car also has satellite navigation. There'll be a full video on the satellite navigation on our Facebook page, so feel free to go and check that one out. Beneath that we've got the climate control. So you can adjust the temperature on this side, fan speed in the middle here, up or down. The direction that you'd like the air to blow is that button just there, and then simply press that to turn the air conditioning on, or hit auto over this side and the car will take control of the fan speed to maintain 27.5 degrees. You can then override that by readjusting the fan speed. Within this little cubby hole section here, you've got a lot going on. So you've got heated passenger and driver seats. Underneath this cap is the USB and auxiliary input, and then you have a 12 volt charging socket underneath there. And then lastly, we have the 6-speed manual gearbox, and a couple of buttons down here that are worth mentioning. This turns off the traction control, and this is for the stop and start. So the car is designed to cut out in traffic to save you fuel. Pressing that button turns the system off. It means it won't cut out when you're stationary if you'd rather have it on that setting. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.